Whitney from the Holiday Homestead here. Just wanting to show you guys how to get your seedlings into the ground. So if you've seen my video on growing seedlings in my windowsill, um, that's how I got these guys. So these are tomato seedlings that I started in my greenhouse. They look a little wilty because they've been in the windowsill, and I don't usually water on the day that I transfer. So they're a little sad looking. But these guys are from that windowsill nursery that I have set up. And you can look back at the video. I think it's called My Windowsill Seedling Starts or something like that. Anyway, so basically when they get to be pretty much too tall to stay in the nursery, and when the weather is about right, I bring them out here. So we plant all of our tomatoes in the greenhouse, and that is because where we live, we're in the Sierra Nevada foothills, and so and we are in the kind of a little gully up in the mountains. So we have a constant breeze that blows through the back of our property along this creek bed. And because of that, and just because of our altitude, we're at 2018 foot elevation, because of all that, we get very cold nights. So it can be 90 degrees during the day, but then it will still drop down to 70 or even sometimes 65 in the middle of the summer at night. And of course, tomatoes grow at night, nightshades. So they suffer quite a bit. And the very first year we lived out here, we had a ton of tomatoes set, tons of blossoms, tons of tomatoes. Pollinators were going crazy. It was great. But all the tomatoes stayed green. None of them ripened. We got a few that turned yellow, and some of them turned a little bit orange, but we had very few that turned a nice deep red. And so I looked into it and figured out the problem. We bought this lovely greenhouse. It's a 20 by 10 foot greenhouse. So not huge, but you know, it works. We put these beds in, and we planted our tomatoes in here, and we had the most amazing year of tomatoes ever. It was phenomenal. So we learned our lesson quickly, and we've been doing that ever since. So now these seedlings are in threes. I always plant my seeds in threes in these pots. This is a yogurt container, a 32-ounce yogurt container, and this size allows there to be enough space for the roots to develop really well. And it gives me just a little bit more time before I really have to transplant before they get root bound. So these guys, you know, there's some roots right at the very bottom there. Not a whole lot, but enough that they're ready to come out. They're totally ready. So, so the first thing I'm going to do in deciding what goes where is I'm going to look in my planner. So I made my own almanac basically. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. There's like little seed charts for window plant stuff. I kind of changed it up for my area because the months didn't quite line up. And I've got gosh, let's see what else here. Just lots of notes. These are my garden maps. I do a garden plan every year, and it shows me where everything is, the year that I put it in, and or the season and the year that I put it in, and then the date that I put it in, and you know what's there, what happened, all of that. So I try to keep pretty tight records of what I do and where. And then I started doing a seasonal planner, which is a little bit more in depth, and it covers when things start in the nursery, when things start in the greenhouse, just all that. And then these are the seeds I'm currently working on. These are seeds that I buy, and then these are seeds from my seed cycling that we have produced ourselves. Anyway, so what we're working on today is 2020. And right now, February, April, it's 60 to 40 degrees. That's my highs and my lows up here. And these are the list of things that I have in my my windowsill nursery right now, and things that I will have in this coming month. So this April. So, and then there's like a little what do you call it? Code system that I put together to keep track of which pots have what in them. because that is a very important thing when you're trying to make sure you get the right plant in the right place. So this is my green pot number 2. And I'm looking here, and green number 2 is Amish paste tomatoes. And now I know these are prolific producers. So I want to put these towards the end of my row so that they have plenty of room to spread out. So that's what I'm going to do with these guys. So I will use 2 trowels. One is small that fits inside the pot, and one is big for digging in the row. And I will show you. So when I'm going to put something in, so this bed is a layer method, and in here is